GTA 6 Trailer 2 is here, over 500 days since the first trailer dropped, and an announcement of a delay until May of 2026. Rockstar has blessed us with an over 2.5-minute trailer, and every single shot of this trailer tells a new story, so let's dive into it. The trailer's opening shot seems to be down in the Florida Keys, or in the GTA universe, Leonida Keys or Leonida Keys. Rockstar describes this as the gateway to paradise. The dress code is casual, the bars are loaded. Life in this tropical archipelago isn't flashy, but it's easy. Get your buzz on and pull up a deck chair, but look out. You are right on the doorstep of some of the most beautiful and dangerous waters in all of America. We can see the blimp in the background, which was also referenced in the first trailer, leading us to believe that Jason's first house, his starting house, is going to be down in this area. As we see Jason up on his roof fixing some leaks. That could be in reference to the GTA 6 Trailer 1 leak that happened and them trying to get ahead of it. But we also see some birds in the sky, an iguana on the floor. The map genuinely just looks full of life. In the water behind Jason's house, we can also see some new boats. We have a new yacht, which, as we know from seeing this trailer and the previous trailer, there seems to be a massive array of yachts, which is only fitting for Vice City. We can also see a barge which is pulling some cargo. We can only assume a barge like this carrying cargo is definitely going to play a part in some of the missions. The first character we're introduced to is Brian Heder. It would seem that he is Jason's landlord and most likely the first character that we do missions for. Rockstar explains that Brian is a classic drug runner from the golden age of smuggling in the Keys. Still moving product through his boatyard with his third wife, Lori, Brian's been around long enough to let others do his dirty work. A quote from Brian is, "I've hauled so much grass in that plane, I could make the state of Leonida levitate." Rockstar goes on to say, "It looks like a Leonida beach bum moves like a great white shark." Brian's letting Jason live rent-free at one of his properties, so long as he helps with local shakedowns and stops by for Lori's sangria once in a while. And this checks out because soon after Brian pays a visit to Jason, we see Jason driving over to a store and doing just that, doing a shakedown. So speaking of Jason, we now know his full name. It is Jason Duval. Rockstar describes him as somebody who wants an easy life, but things just keep getting harder. Jason grew up around grifters and crooks. After a stint in the army trying to shake off his troubled teens, he found himself in the Keys doing what he knows best, working for local drug runners. It might be time to try something new. Meeting Lucia could be the best or worst thing to ever happen to him. Jason knows how he'd like things to turn out, but right now it's hard to tell. Moving on from his shakedown, we get to see some NPCs in the back of a truck with a bumper sticker that says #unbuckled. We can also see a truck towing a jet ski and a plane either coming in for landing or taking off from Vice City International Airport. Moving on, it would seem that Rockstar is bringing back something that a lot of people missed out on, which is the ability to work out. As we can see from Jason's pictures, it would seem like he's pretty buff. And then immediately after this scene, we have Jason walking out of a corner store with beer in hand, leading me to believe that maybe if we can work out and get muscly, we can also gain weight. Something that we saw in Red Dead Redemption 2 is the ability to grow facial hair. It would also seem from the different pictures of Jason that sometimes he has short facial hair and short hair, and sometimes he has long facial hair and long hair on his head. Also, check out the detail on that arm hair. Like, that is insane attention to detail. Moving on, it seems that we get to see a glimpse of the random events that happen throughout the world. As we can see here, it would seem to be some sort of police bust. We actually see a police officer push back one of the guys, and then you can see multiple other people sitting on the floor next to them. But can we also take a second here? The lighting looks absolutely incredible. Like those police lights reflecting off of the wall, the shine on the back of the police car, the artwork on the walls. Like, this game looks incredible, and all of this was captured on a PS5, not even the PS5 Pro. Moving on, we can see some new shots from the Leonida State Prison. This was shown in the GTA Trailer 1, but now we get to see some new angles in the daytime. We then see Jason talking to a security guard in the prison, where he's here to pick up Lucia from her time here. And this is the first time we see Jason and Lucia together inside of trailer 2, suggesting that we're starting off this game possibly as Jason, maybe have to make some money to be able to bail her out, and then starts the ability to switch between the two characters. Let's talk a little bit about Lucia. Her full name is Lucia Caminos. Lucia's father taught her to fight as soon as she could walk, and life has been coming at her swinging ever since. Fighting for her family is what landed her in the Heder penitentiary, and sheer luck got her out. Lucia's learned her lesson, only smart moves from here. Rockstar goes on to say, more than anything, Lucia wants the good life her mom dreamed of since their days in Liberty City. But instead of half-baked fantasies, Lucia is prepared to take matters into her own hands. And a life with Jason could be her way out. Fresh out of prison and ready to change the odds in her favor, Lucia is committed to her plan, no matter what it takes. The only thing that matters is who you know and what you've got. Moving forward, we see Jason and Lucia finally together once again in bed, just having a little cuddle. Immediately after, we go to what looks to be some sort of heist. If we zoom in on the monitor in the background, you can see it says Sin Frontier and National Bank. And then it has a big security lockdown in effect. A bank heist right off the get-go in good old GTA fashion. I love it. We can then see Jason pushing aside a security guard, which may or may not be from the same bank heist. Quickly to see them having a beer and having a cheers, which is reminiscent of the Cayo Perico heist when you complete it. This mission could be the introduction to Raul Bautista. This is a new character in GTA 6, and Rockstar has this to say about him. Experience counts, confidence, charm, and cunning. Raul's a seasoned bank robber, always on the hunt for talent, ready to take the risks that bring the biggest rewards. So since we were just robbing a bank, I can only assume that was a mission with Raul. Raul says, "Our life is full of surprises, my friend. I think we'd be all wise to remember that." A professional adapts. Raul's recklessness raises the stakes with every score. Sooner or later, his crew will have to double down or pull their chips from the table. Moving on from their successful heist of the National Bank, we see them laughing, hanging out on the pier. And if we pause this screen right here, we can just see the absolute beauty of this game. We have people out on jet skis. There's a yacht in the background with multiple people on it. There's multiple small islands scattered all around the map. And we know those are going to be filled with goodies or Easter eggs, weapons or unlocks. There's going to be so much to explore in this game, and I cannot wait. Moving on, we see our first look at a possible business. Brian's Boat Works and Marina. Obviously, we already know who Brian is at this point. We introduced him first in this trailer, but it would seem we are doing some sort of smuggling mission on a plane, and it actually introduces a new character that you can see right here. This is Cal Hampton. We do see him a little bit more at the end of this trailer, but he seems to be based out of the boatyard. And Rockstar has this to say about him. Cal Hampton, what if everything on the internet was true? Jason's friend and fellow associate of Brian's, Cal feels safest hanging out at home, snooping on Coast Guard comms with a few beers and some private browser tabs open. The psychopaths are in charge. Get used to it. Cal is at the low tide of America and happy there. Casual paranoia loves company, but his friend Jason has bigger plans. Cal says there are way too many birds flying around in perfect formation. And I'm going to be honest with you, I think Cal is going to be quite the character. Drinking beers, playing mini golf, hanging out in a pool, on a flamingo floaty. This guy gets it. But our introduction to Cal also showcases some new mini games that we're going to be able to play within GTA 6. So first and foremost, this right here, we're going to be able to play some pool. But then as you can see in the background of this image, up on the screen there is a big gator head. Now this could be one of two things. It could be like a Gatorland, which is a place, a little amusement, not amusement park, but it's a place you can go in Florida to check out the gators. I've actually been there myself. Here's a picture of me and my sister when we went there when I was younger. Or it could be this right here. As you can see, there's the massive gator, and this is mini golf. So it would seem we have a mini golf, we have pool. From this image from the trailer here, you can see we have some basketball. We've already seen the tennis courts. Later in this trailer, we'll see some more, but we can assume hunting, fishing, diving, dirt bike racing. You can also go kayaking, and then we have airboats as well. So look forward to a lot of those those when GTA 6 releases. Moving on in the trailer, we get a glimpse here of what seems to be Lucia doing some community service. I'm assuming as part of her deal being released from prison. Even if this is a chance event that you drive past and see this, it's kind of cool. You can also see an ankle monitor bracelet on one of the other ladies over there. Next up, it would seem we're inside Lucia and Jason's house. And one of the cool things in this scene right here, you can see that we have a pet snake. I don't know if that's something that's just for visual effect or if you can switch out what's in there, but either way, it's pretty cool. Cal Hampton's back with Jason, having a few drinks in a bar with Lucia. And one of the things we've got to mention, there's a lot of sunglasses and glasses in this game, but the reflections are incredible on everything from the glasses to the bottles to the everything. The attention to detail is incredible. Something that Rockstar has liked to do this whole time is zoom in on Lucia, but the sequins on that dress, her hair, the graphical changes from GTA 5 to 6, I mean, there's no comparison. I think we can all agree we understand why it has taken this long to get it. Moving on, we see a glimpse of the nightclub, and the first thing that stands out to me is just the amount of people that are outside here. And the dancing. The dancing mechanics in this game look like they're going to be incredible. I don't know if this is just a cutscene, but either way, it looks great. Now, this scene is very short, so if you blink, you may have missed it, but this gentleman right here, this is our first introduction to Draco Priest. You can tell by the tattoo on his arm right here, same tattoo, same hairstyle. So who's Draco Priest? Only Raw records. Draco was always more of a hustler than a gangster. Even when he was dealing with the streets to make ends meet, breaking into music was the goal. You're with the label now. Now that he's signed the Real Dimes, Draco's days of booking acts into Booby strip club might be numbered as he sets his sights on the Vice City scene. And Draco says, dances are like my A&Rs. If the record's a hit, DJ's gonna be spinning it. Next up, we see Jason helping Lucia escape out of a third-story window with a police helicopter up above, and then having a conversation with Brian over in his marina. And then next up, we have what seems to be a police raid, but the thing that I'm noticing about this is pay attention to the tattoos, the reflection in the glasses, the hair, the attention to detail once again, the lighting from the torch. Once again, the attention to detail is immaculate. And here we are introduced to another new character. This is one of the Real Dimes. The Real Dimes we've heard of because I just mentioned Draco signed them to his label. But who are the Real Dimes? Viral videos are viral hooks. Bay, Lux, and Roxy, aka Real Dimes, have been friends since high school. Girls with the savvy to turn their time shaking down local dealers into cold, hard cash via spicy rap tracks and a relentless social media presence. They're one hit away from fame. An early hit single with local rapper Downplay took Real Dimes to new heights. Now, after 5 years and a whole lot of trouble, they're signed to only Raw Records, which we know is Draco's, hoping lightning can strike twice. They say, all my dimes in this club, meet my twin and make it a dub. Now, next up, we see Jason fighting somebody outside of a motel, which quickly changes to Lucia fighting someone, which looks to be in some sort of gym. Could this possibly be a stat thing? Could it be if you go to these gyms and you fight and you fight and you fight, it builds up your stats, making you a better fighter, just like going to the gym to build up muscles and things like that? That is something that I would assume is going to be the case, but it's all speculation at this time. Jason and Lucia look to be getting ready to start up another robbery, and then it quickly cuts to an explosion of 3 police cars. We see a police sedan, a police SUV, and a police riot van, which quickly cuts to Jason and Draco looking surprised at a phone. Now, we know from the first trailer and them mentioning it multiple times, social media is going to be a big part of this game. Hopefully, more information to come on that. Now, as we head towards the ending of this trailer, we get a lot of information fast. Starting off with Lucia fighting another female on board of an airplane. And just seeing the city down below, I'm sorry, it looks incredible. Absolutely incredible. The attention to detail on the wheel mechanics there, the ocean below, the foggy skies. I can't wait. We also see a glimpse of a truck, which seems to be pulling out a safe. I can only assume this is going to be another type of heist, maybe in a smaller bank or something like that, or in a store. But either way, that's going to be a ton of fun. We see another glimpse of social media here with Jason and Lucia and another character, which we do not yet know. And then people are taking taking selfies outside of Miami Beach Strip. And notice the car customization in the background. Look at those wheels, man. The car customization in this game is going to be incredible. We have some more shots of the nightlife with people dancing in the club. And then right here, we have a nod to Phil Cassidy. Phil Cassidy is a redneck arms dealer, and he was a main character in the Grand Theft Auto Vice City stories and Grand Theft Auto Vice City. He also had some minor characters in GTA Liberty City stories and GTA 3. He's going to be coming back as the head of Ammu-Nation. Another thing you may notice here in just this small clip is two things. First of all, we can see a PlayStation 5. We can see the controller and the console next to the TV. And another small attention to detail is the bubbles in the beer. If you take a close look, you can see the bubbles coming up to the head of the beer. And again, once more, the attention to detail in this game is mind-blowing. Here we see Lucia, which looks like she's coming back from community service. We did see this earlier in the trailer when there was herself and a few other people picking up trash. Again, with the PlayStation controllers on the table there. We then cut to a buzzard with what seems to be a mounted machine gun chasing down an airboat through the Everglades, or as GTA 6 calls it, the Grass Rivers. Welcome to the wetlands, the untamable jewel of Leonida's crown. I probably pronounced Leonida 3 different ways in this video, so I apologize. You never know what lies beneath the surface of this primordial expanse. The gators may be the most famous attraction, but there are far deadlier predators and weirder discoveries among the mangroves. We then move to some action shots of Jason and Lucia on a jet ski with once again a full yacht in the background, this time with jet skis around it and an inflatable flamingo. And then if we zoom in on the background there, you can see some of the mansions that they have, like I believe that is Star Island. But hopefully this means we can finally buy mansions in the game. Cutting from that, we see Jason driving a motorcycle with the dodo right above. And once again, look at the details on that motorcycle. I mean, this is just incredible. We then move on to what looks to be a car heist. We have Jason jumping off of a motorcycle onto the back of a trailer, which must be for a vehicle heist. Again, just some new exciting missions to look forward to. We have a picture of a new boat for GTA 6 with what appears to be Lucia shooting at a helicopter with Jason behind the wheel of the boat. Then seems to be a gunfight, and you can see those bullet holes on the ground. Can we just look at that? Look at the smoke coming from the ground from the bullet shots, as well as the suspension on this motorcycle. You can see it slam forward when you brake, pull back when you accelerate. Again, just some of the new features for GTA 6. And then Jason jumping from what I can only assume is another vehicle into the back of a car with Lucia driving it. We see Cal Hampton once again, and then we see Jason and Lucia driving off into the sunset in Vice City. So all of the characters announced in Rockstar's website today has been shown in the trailer except for one, unless I missed it. Welcome, Booby Ike. Now, Booby Ike may have been in the trailer 1, but who's Booby Ike? It's all about the heart, the Jack of Hearts. Booby is a local Vice City legend and acts like it. One of the few to transform his time in the streets into a legitimate empire spanning real estate, a strip club, and a recording studio. Booby's all smiles until it's time to talk business. Top quality cuts. Booby might seem like he's just out for himself, but it's his partnership with the young aspiring musical mogul Draco for Only Raw Records that he's most invested in. Now they just need a hit. Booby says the club money pay for the studio and the drug money pay for it all. Now that we've had a deep dive into everything that you may have missed in the GTA 6 trailer 2, let's talk about some of the locations. Starting off with Vice City. Everything in excess. We're a long way from the 80s, but Vice City is still the sun and fun capital of America. The glamour, hustle, and greed of America captured in a single city. Each neighborhood has something to offer, from the pastel Art Deco hotels and bright white sands of the ocean beach, to the bustling panaderias of Little Cuba and the bootleg brands of the Tishawaka flea market. Out of the Vice City port, the cruise ship capital of the world. Next up, we have the Leonida Keys, gateway to paradise. The dress code is casual, the bars are loaded. Life in this tropical archipelago isn't flashy, but it's easy. Get your buzz on and pull up a deck chair, but look out, you're right on the doorstep of some of the most beautiful and dangerous waters in all of America. And as well as iguanas roaming around here, you can see we have a new vehicle in the form of a mobility scooter. We've already gone over the grasslands here in this video, so I'll skip past this one onto the next one. Port Gellhorn is up next. Live hard. This is Leonida's forgotten coast. Cheap motels, shut down attractions, and empty strip malls won't bring these tourists back. But there's a new economy in this once popular vacation spot. It's fueled by malt liquor, painkillers, and truck stop energy drinks. Jump on a dirt bike and hold on to your wallet. Next up, we have Ambrosia. Keeping Leonida sweet. The battle for the health and wealth of Leonida begins here. In the heart of Leonida, American industry and old school values still reign supreme, whatever the cost. The Allied Crystal Sugar Refinery provides jobs, while the local biker gang provides almost everything else. We can see some wildfires going on here. I'm not sure if that is part of a mission where you have to burn crop, or if there's going to be wildfires in the game. You could also speculate there may be flooding in the game. From the picture where we can see the kayak, there is a little marker that shows you where the water level goes to. Either way, an immersive map like that would be awesome. We have a final chapter biker gang instead of the Lost, and you can also see some political signs that are littered all along the side of the road. But look at the detail of the leaves and trash just on the side of the road. It's, once again, incredible. And lastly, we have Mount Calaga, or Mount Calaga National Park. Wild, wild country. Room to breathe on the state's northern fringes. A national landmark up against the state's northern border, Mount Calaga, we'll go with, offers prime hunting, fishing, and off-road trails. In the lush surrounding backwoods, hillbilly mystics and paranoid radicals live far from the prying eyes of the government. I'm assuming this is going to be where the Hillbilly Mud Club is located, as we saw in Trailer 1. As well as that, you can see we have our dirt bike racing as well as ATVs. We have some hunting. Interestingly, we have a news helicopter with somebody that actually is holding a camera. Beautiful, drop-dead gorgeous scenery. I'm glad that they were able to put mountains in this game because we know Florida is pretty flat. Wildlife, which is going to be incredible. I'm sure we're going to have a lot of missions and objectives to hunt wildlife, but it looks absolutely beautiful, just like Red Dead Redemption 2. And then the kayaking, like I said. So that is it for the GTA 6 Trailer 2 breakdown. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section down below. And if I missed anything, be sure to let us know in the comment section so we can all take a look at that and go back and watch this trailer for the millionth time. I hope you all have a fantastic day, and I'll see you tomorrow, as always, with a brand new video.